Hey S.H.E family, this is your host Trish and co-host
Cousin Mo.
and welcome again to this episode of Pieces of S.H.E. Thank you so much for tuning in. This actually is our finale show of season 4. So excited about this show. We have of course we do our rant on the current events and things like that. And then second half, I'm a little excited, you guys. We have JP with 702 Forex. He's coming in to talk to us about Forex trading and things like that. And that really excites me because I'm actually into that right now.
That's our thing.
So I can't wait until he comes on and gives us some information. We all have to get our finances right. Got to get that money right.
Get it.
So we'll get started. Of course, it's tea time. Aspire to inspire.
I like that.
And I think that's what I do. I think I aspire to inspire others to live their best lives, to just get your mind right, do right, be a good human being.
Just because you should be.
Yes, because that's
because
just,
it's like you expected something in return. Like, just do it.
I just feel like we're all humans. We're all here for a purpose. We are all here for a reason. And I just want everybody to find their purpose, find their reason, and then get to it. Get to work. And then share. Share what you learned, share stuff with other people, inspire others.
Because you never know, your story could inspire somebody else.
Yeah. So on the back it says, aspire to inspire before you expire.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
I like that.
Yep. That's me. What's our word of the day?
So I don't have a word of the day. I have a quote.
Okay.
Because when we were talking before, so I was telling Trish how this week I tried to be way more positive. I told everybody that I would come into work, and every morning I make sure that I say good morning to everyone. I don't care if you came in after me, you walk past my desk, you getting a good morning, hello, because sometimes that you never know what can help somebody through their day.
Yeah.
So it's a quote from Buddha. It says, each morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. So I tried to start my day off like that. And it worked. I was like,
good.
I was like, oh, this is working. I don't know what this is. Because
your woosah.
Yeah, my woosah was. So my good morning to everyone. So I'm going to keep that up.
That's great.
Every week I'm going to try to, just increase putting good energy out so I can.
You get back what you put out.
So that was my big thing this week. I was like, oh, I did good. I was proud of myself.
Did you tell anybody you love them?
No, I didn't get to do that.
Okay, you know what happens when you don't tell people you love them. What do you have to do?
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you.
Y'all keep praying. Keep praying for her.
It's not that I don't love them. It's just I forget to say. It's not a common saying for me. So I'm going to work on that still. Yeah.
All right, cool. So we'll get started. Local, national.
Let's do national.
National. Okay. Did you see the Aaron Hernandez story on Netflix?
I absolutely did. I could not stop watching it. That was some good stuff. That was a really good. Whoever did that, I thought it was good personally. I don't know.
I thought it was good, and I will say this. Here's what I do think that they focused on his sexuality entirely too much.
I do.
I get it. If that's he was conflicted with that, I get it.
I feel like. Don't try to say that's the reason for people to kill people. That's how I felt like where they was trying to take it. I was like, I don't like where that's going because that's not a reason to be out there.
I think they should have focused a little bit more on the CTE part of it, and I know that was mentioned. I know she said that when they looked at his brain, that was the worst case that she had ever seen in someone 27 years of age.
But I think too, he had a lot of issues. Like when they start getting down and dirty and like discussing like where, because sometimes you don't know how a household is ran, you don't know what the background is, but when it started even when his mom was like, you could have gave me $1 million, I was like, what is going on? So like I seen a lot of things that could have been from it just was a buildup of things, and I was like, well, that got a lot to do with it, because if you don't handle your past, it will always
catch up with you.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. So that was really sad.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it. It was pretty much a horror story for me. I'm a binge watcher, so I watched
the
all
whole thing at one time.
And it was, by the time I got done watching the third one, it was like 2:00 in the morning, and I was scared to go to sleep. I was like, okay, I'm scared. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if I think somebody gonna come kill me. I don't know, but it was scary to me. And I feel really bad for Aaron Hernandez. I feel bad for his daughter.
Yeah.
You know, his ex-fiance, and you know,
it was crazy how they were sisters. I was like, wait, this story is twisted. And then, like, in the courtroom, they were on two opposite sides.
Yeah.
It was like, it was just crazy.
It was.
Because I think I started watching it, was it last weekend? Like, before we came, I watched a little bit of it. And then when I got home, I couldn't stop. I just did like this. I was like, this is really good. Like, it had me, I was like, oh my God. I did not know. Like, I didn't know. I just knew whatever they said on the news. Like, you know, and I know everything is still not it's still not the whole story. But at least I got to see, like, where this was coming from. And, like, who he was. And I was like, wow, like, even with the other murders, and they said he did those, I was like, this is crazy. Like, are you a serial killer? Like, that's weird.
That's why I couldn't go to sleep.
I was like, how do you make a million? Money ain't everything. Because if you're crazy, you can't do nothing with your money. And I don't mean to be funny, but you can't. Like, he was like making millions, but was he really happy?
I don't think he was happy, like,
because you can't be killing people and be happy. That don't go together. I don't think.
It was really sad.
It was.
And honestly, I don't even know if, because the reason for him doing it was for his fiance to get, or for his daughter to get the money,
they
from his NFL. Down. And I don't think that the NFL has given them any money. That law went into place where they had to throw it out, but then
they brought it back
voted to get it back in place. So,
but that's only right. Like, just because you die before this happens, you still should be. If you did it, you did it. I don't care if you. How was it like if you died?
He didn't have a voice to defend himself,
but he did it. I'm sorry, he did it.
I don't know.
That wasn't right.
Allegedly,
I felt sad for the family. It's sad for that family.
It's very sad. So I'll just say mental illness is real.
So
mental health is a real thing.
We always say this.
We got to get it under control. Speaking of which, our next topic, oh man, NBA. So we talked about the NFL. Now the NBA. Did you see that there's a video going around of Delonte West?
That bothered me a lot. When I seen it, because I was like, that name sounds really familiar. I don't really know. You know, I watch sports, but I don't watch sports. I mean, so I'm not like, I don't know what's really who is who. Only know, like, the superstars.
Yeah.
So when I seen it, and I was like, he couldn't have been in. I, like, looked at it. I was like, oh, first of all, the police officer, you know, he got in trouble for recording that, right?
He should have.
Because I feel like he was mocking him. Like, you were trying to be. Like, why would you if this your job and you are out to serve and help people, you shouldn't have been recording that.
The only thing they should have is their what do you call it, the camera on their
the camera,
on their suits or whatever, not dash cam, the body cam, yeah. I could see body cam, but that wasn't a body cam.
And I feel like if that was anybody else and not Delonte West, would you have recorded that?
Right.
He's still a person. Like, at the end of the day.
And he's had his run-ins.
Yeah.
He has had issues with the law. He even got stopped one time with 3 guns. He had a gun on his waist. He had a gun taped to his ankle, and he had another gun in a guitar case on his back. And he got stopped, and they're like, "Where in the hell where you going?"
Yeah.
So
he's even diagnosed with bipolar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And depression. This man has had $16 million, you know, while he was in the NBA, and he needs help.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for his family. I think he has a wife and 2 kids.
I'm like, where is everybody? Like, so do the people disperse when you no longer have money? Like, how does this work?
How does this work? I don't know, but he needs help. The NBA has
a lot of people reached out.
And they said that they would help him.
I thought that was dope because,
I do.
You know, mental health, like, people really need to stop playing and stop trying to act like, oh, he'll be all right. Like, you don't know what people go through. We don't know his situation. We don't know his backstory. No matter how much money you get, it will never resolve your issues. You got to get those taken care of. Have to.
So it's just
that video was just
a lot
sad.
more.
I did not like that video. I was like, they need to take this down.
It was really sad to see him like that. I mean, he was panhandling, I think, in
Houston, in Dallas or Houston under the bridge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he said it wasn't for him. It was for his paraplegic friend that didn't have any. I don't believe that.
I don't either.
But that's what he said.
Mental illness.
Like,
once you.
So, you guys, let's just send some prayers out for the Aaron Hernandez family and the Delonte West family and anybody else that may be struggling with any type of mental illnesses.
And the victims of the crime.
Yes, it affects everybody.
Yeah, it's nobody wins. Like it's no winning. Nobody wins.
So, hopefully, we here in America can get our mental health under control.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
That's national. Speaking of local, so more mental illness.
It is real. Like, all of these stories I was reading, I was like, all of these got something to do with mental health. Like,
something ain't right.
We really got to get this under control.
Okay, so I know this is kind of national, but it's local because it has to do with the October 1 shooting. Did you see the Eminem video called Darkness?
I did.
Okay, what did you think about it?
So, I didn't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about this one. Because I was like, I get it. And then I was like, then I listened to other, like, the people that were their victims. And they were like, they get where he was going with the gun control. But they felt like it was maybe it was too real at the time. I don't know. I was like, ooh, I was like, he did a very good job, though. I'm not even going, like...
Oh, Eminem is
he dope. Yeah, I was like, where did this come from? I was like, Eminem got an album? I was like, what? And everybody's like...
Eminem's been dope since day one.
I know, but I didn't know he was dropping nothing. Where did that... It was just, like, really random the day it happened. So I was like... But his message, I think, was... He did it, whoever directed it and like they did a good job because when I watched it I was like, it's like they were in his head, like they got it from
basically. So it's a video that basically depicts the entire October 1 shooting, but it's from the shooter's perspective. Like, it's in his mind. It's him speaking, right? And he's talking about, I got ammo for all the hecklers. I'm armed to the teeth, finger on the trigger, but I'm a licensed owner with no prior convictions.
And then they said no mental health.
Right. So the sky's the limit. So I think that, me personally, I think that the video did what it was supposed to do, which is to have us talking about it. Correct. So we're talking about gun control. We're talking about the fact that there needs to be some changes. I did cringe when I first saw it. I mean, I saw it and I'm like, oh my God, ooh, why is he, ooh, why? But don't. But then towards the end, when, he talks about, let's vote, let's get these gun laws changed and things like that, I'm like, okay, I get it.
So I have let's play devil's advocate.
Okay.
So, you know how people are always like, gun laws, gun control. But what would be, like, what laws can you really create to stop? I feel like when people are evil, sometimes they just be evil. And they out to get people for, it could be these people. He didn't know these people.
Yeah.
Why did you do, like, I just want to know, like, what made him, like, why would you do this to harm people that you have, you've never even seen them? Yeah. So, like they say, he had no priors, no nothing. So he can go get these guns. Mm-hmm. So what control do we, like, what can they control?
I think this all goes back to mental health. Okay. Right?
Because it had to be something wrong there. It's like, that's like a
to
no-brainer.
To be able to carry that out, yeah.
Yeah, and then you, like, that's, that's the real thing.
So I think we do need to focus more on the front end. I do think we need to talk about mental, health and get people the help that they need, so that they don't even want to go out there and do things like this. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yes, of course, the background checks and things like that. Now, who knows where he got those guns from, because it used to be where you can go to the gun shows here and not have to get the background check, you know, do all that. But now this 2020, the laws have changed, and your family can petition to say, hey, no, not that
because
one.
You know what? They would know. Sometimes they would know better, but then remember we talked about how people might be a hater and might just want to get out there and blow up your spot for no reason. Like, it's just, this is a very, like, this line is thin. So I'm like, but how do you win? And it's very hard. I don't know.
I think that our country needs to unite and see each other as human beings.
Yeah.
And then I think that if you see another human being as a human being, it's less likely, and like a part of your family, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're less likely to want to harm them because you feel like, okay, no, this is my fellow American.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think we really have to get to the heart of, you know, who we are as a people and as Americans and as, you know, fellow human beings. And I think that's where we start. That's just me personally.
And I think now, since people are a little more open about getting therapy, it doesn't mean you're crazy. It's just sometimes you need to let that stuff out, let that steam off, or just vent to someone that they don't know you. They don't know anything about you. So I think now it's starting to be a little more, you know, people are very vocal about it now. Like, I'm going to counseling. I need this. I need that. So maybe this will work. You know, maybe it will help some more. Because we do. It's just not, it's not worth it. We can't be killing people, y'all.
No, seriously.
No, for real. Like, it's just not worth it.
And last local topic. Another
shooting. Look, another one. That's crazy.
This is just not cool here. Did you see the shooting in the Fashion Show Mall? Did you hear about that? Now that's actually not that far from the Mandalay Bay where the October 1 shooting, you know, happened. So it's like, what in the hell is going on the Strip?
But then not only that, like, these young people, they just be...
Yeah, he was 18.
Where did he, like, okay, so where did you get your gun? Where did you get this gun from, sir?
Okay, I want to say this right.
Let me see.
Christopher Valenzuela Olivas. Yep.
Good job.
He did that. He did the shooting. And this is not the first time a shooting has happened at the mall. I didn't know that.
No.
Somebody actually got shot in front of a store, a Topshop store in 2014.
So do they start putting metal detectors at the mall? Like, how does this work?
Maybe they need some mental health at the schools. Like, the counselors need to do a better job at actually have them have appointments. Because right now, as it stands, you go see your counselor when you want to go see your counselor.
So when I was in school, we only went to really see the counselor to, like, fix your classes.
Right. But my thing is, everybody needs to have a counselor. Hey, it's your turn.
And you got to, once a month, I need you to come up in here.
Seriously.
Look, I need you to, yeah, I mean.
We got to start somewhere.
I don't know. But can you counsel someone that doesn't want to be counseled?
I don't think you can counsel someone that doesn't want to be counseled, but I think that if you have a counselor that you feel a connection with, you're more apt to talk and have a conversation without even knowing that you're getting counseled, right? So I think that little black boys need black men counselors. I do. I think little black girls need black women counselors. I think, an Asian student probably can identify better with it. So I think they need a variety of different types of counselors.
One kind of counselor.
So the kids can feel some sort of comfort and like, okay, I can talk to this person on a personal level.
One of my counselors, I used to run over him. And I hate to say that.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, change this class.
But if you were dealing with a black lady counselor, right? Like your mom. One, you're less likely to say that to her, right? And then two, she's less likely to believe that crap you're talking about.
No, ma'am.
No, we're not going to change it.
You're going to have to deal with it.
So I don't know. That's just my, thought on that.
I just wish the younger generation would understand, like, you have so much ahead of you. It is not worth it to do crazy. It is so not worth it to go kill, rob, spend time in jail, anywhere. You have so much. Life is one of the greatest lessons. You're going to learn so much. You have so much to live for, so do not waste your time doing crazy things when you could be out here traveling, living, doing what you love. Please do not waste your time doing silly stuff, because it will. And then you sitting there, and years later, after you thought about it, you're like, oh,
maybe I should have did that differently.
Like, you're not a punk if you walk away. You don't gotta fight everybody. You can be mad all day long. You don't have to do anything. You don't need actions. You can be mad. Just be mad.
Right.
That's it.
Right. It's true. Because you don't want to be sitting in a prison cell for 20 years
for something dumb.
Dang, I should have made a different decision. Like, we really have to work on how we think about things and our thought process, and the consequences for our actions and things like that. So we are sending out some good vibes, some prayers, some meditation, some.
When we come back next season, we need good. We need all positive.
Yes, next season. Speaking of next season, okay, before we get going with our guests, so
shout out to Lou for our cups and our lip gloss. Thank you,
Hip Hop with Lou. She sent us some merch, some cups,
crazy
and some hip gloss. That's what it's called.
I'm loving it. Thank you.
So, all right, thank you so much. Also, and if you guys want to send us anything, please do hit us up, DM, whatever. We accept all gifts all the time.
All the time.
I mean, good gifts.
Good, not nothing crazy. Don't be sending us crazy stuff. We okay with the crazy.
But next season, season 5, this is our finale. Our season 5 starts up in March. We're going to have a preview show so you guys can kind of see what it's all about. But it is our Black Girl Magic season. Yay! And we're going to have just some positivity so you guys can see some positive interaction amongst Black women, because we are not all angry Black women. And I hate that, and I hate where that comes from. We are very loving people.
We want people to see a different side of us.
So we're going to show y'all that. And did you get to see?
Yes, I did.
Missy Elliott had a very, very touching, heartfelt speech at the Urban One Honors.
Sweet.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
And if you guys didn't see it, YouTube
Little
it.
Kim, the Durant came up there.
And the brat. It was so much support.
It was so funny when she pulled out the paper and she said, "Because I need this, because we used to be in our drinking days." I was laughing. She's like, "We done did some hanging out," and I was like, "Oh, that's cute." She's like, them her sisters. Like, she's like, "These are my girls for real. Like, we go to each other's house." You know how people be saying that.
Yeah.
And they don't be. But they've been down for a long time.
I think I love their
Missy,
relationship.
Though. I love Missy.
And I've
always been a Missy fan.
I didn't know she had Graves' disease.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's why for a while she was like very quiet, and she was talking about how she like couldn't write. Yeah. You know what that must feel like for somebody who you're so creative, and that's what you do. You write songs, you create, and you can't pick up a pen to write.
Yeah, that's torture. But Graves' disease is an autoimmune disease that causes an overactive thyroid, which causes all kinds of problems. Heartbeat, pounding heartbeat, sweating, hand tremors. You're hot all the time, weight loss, anxiety. So that's, but it can be treated. If you guys are feeling any of that kind of stuff, go get checked out. Get it under control. It can go into remission or disappear altogether. But yeah, can't wait for you guys to see us in season 5. It's gonna be dope. Magical.
It's gonna be dope.
So, all right, guys, we will be right back with our guest JP with 702 Forex. We will be talking trading, Forex, stock market,
stuff that I have no idea about. I'm learning something today.
Let's get it. We'll be right back. And welcome back. As you guys can see, we have JP here with 702 Forex. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm very honored to be here.
All right. when I saw I don't know, I see everybody on Instagram. I'm like, ooh, they look really interesting. I want them on the show. So I recently, I actually took a trading class that I'm still, working on and through with. It was an online class, so I'm learning a lot about it. So when I saw your Instagram page, and then also saw 702, I'm like, wait, he's in my town.
Like, let me see this.
Yeah, I was like, I need to get him on the show. So you are with 702 Forex. That's your company?
That is my brand.
Okay.
It's a brand.
Okay. All right.
I been trading for about 6 years now, and at first it was just kind of like, I'm just gonna trade, and this is gonna be my Instagram name. But I actually read a book by Gary V. I'm sure you guys know.
I do.
that is.
I love Gary V. I love his robust vocabulary.
Yeah, and he was just talking about everyone should have a brand and just go for it, and so then one day I decided, hey, you know what, I want to start this brand, and I love trading. This is my passion, so. Yeah, and now I have it trademarked. I have it on my arm.
I see that. You're like for real about this.
Yeah, now,
he got it on his shirt.
I got it on my shirt. I got my, so yeah, I'm all in with my brand and trading.
That is, so what made you want to, like you say you've been doing it for a while. Is this something that you were taught, like as a...
No, I was a typical jock. I played sports. I love basketball. I've always loved numbers and patterns and stuff, but I didn't get into trading until 6 years ago, and I was 32 years old.
Okay.
I was sitting at my job and started thinking like, man, like I need another stream of income.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all successful people have multiple streams of income.
Yes.
So I like to call this a hidden passion.
Okay.
You know, I never thought I would love trading.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine, actually, we started looking into the stock market.
Okay.
And if you know anything about stock market, we got into the penny stocks.
Okay, you started
So,
off with pennies.
You know, penny stocks is very manipulated. You can easily be fooled.
Got it.
But it was kind of like a get rich quick mentality. I
Okay,
had,
okay.
Which was totally the wrong,
Yeah.
wrong way to go about it.
Yeah.
But I love the rush, and through time, I started realizing, you know what, this is not a get rich quick scheme for me. This is something I actually really love to do. So my first year, I was doing stocks, and the same buddy, he introduced me to Forex.
Okay.
And then, you know, he was like, yeah, Forex is a lot better, it's bigger, the time is 24/7 pretty much, and you know, look into it. And I looked into it, and pretty much the last 6 years I've been doing nothing but Forex.
Yeah. Well, tell me, what is the difference between Forex and, like, you know, the regular stocks?
Oh, well, Forex is short for foreign exchange.
Okay.
Oh.
And instead of trading companies, we trade currencies.
Okay.
So we trade something called pairs, and it's pretty much like one of the major pairs that we like to trade is the euro versus the USD. So you get two currencies, put it together, that equals one pair. So you're trading the euro dollar versus the USD, and depending on your strategy or what's going on around the world, if you think the euro dollar is going to be worth more, then you buy it. If you think it's going to be worth less, then you sell it. And there's a lot of pairs. There's a lot of major pairs, exotic pairs. So you can trade the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. And yeah, so depending on your system, your strategy, you want to buy or sell currencies.
That's dope.
So, and to put it more in perspective, the stock market, I believe, is estimated about $22 billion a day, whereas the Forex market is 200 times bigger. It's about $5 trillion a day.
Do you feel like
Shut
that
up.
it's not talked about as much as the stock market? Like,
Yeah, here in the States, it's not as popular, you know, because the stock market kind of runs everything,
Yeah.
right? So, but this is a global market.
Okay.
So that's why it's so big. It's the stock market opens Monday through Friday from, I believe, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
9:30.
9:30?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. It's been a while, 9:30.
9:30 a.m. I would say to 4:30.
Yeah, see, whereas the Forex market, it opens in our time, the first day is on Sunday, it opens at 2 p.m. and it stays open all the way till Friday. Since it's a global market, people in Europe, while we're asleep, they're awake. And
they're trading. So it's
yeah.
like even. It's like kind of like I get what you're saying.
So like I can
balance.
get into a trade before I go to sleep, and you know, wake up and I'm in profits and then I close my trade.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, so it's intense. I love it. It's a passion. It's my hidden treasure.
That's
so
crazy that you
great.
like just found something and you like loved it.
Yeah.
Because you know how sometimes you see that it's something you like and you're like, I like this, but it's like you said, a hidden passion.
That is so great. So now, were you able to quit your job, or are you still doing both?
I'm doing both.
Okay.
If I was on my own, living in a one bedroom apartment, I
You would just do it all
doing
day.
this
Yeah.
full time.
Full time.
But I have a wife and I have a 4-year-old son and a 5-month
Oh.
son, so it's not all about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have another full time job, which I enjoy. Insurance. You need
Yeah.
insurance.
Hey,
kids,
that's
you need-
the main one. That insurance.
And you need multiple streams of income. So it's nice to have my job, and this also is another stream of income.
Exactly.
So it helps me out with a lot of things. So.
Yeah.
But that's the overall goal, is to do this full time. And in the future, I kind of want to invest in small companies, startup companies. And,
Okay.
and then you guys talk about being positive. I actually want to be a motivational speaker.
That's so
that's
great.
dope.
But I have to lead by example first, so I have to,
Yeah.
I have to set, achieve my goals, so I have something to talk about.
Yeah.
But,
But I feel like you put it out there, you starting it, so it'll come.
it'll
come. It just takes time. Yeah.
Definitely, I agree.
Yeah.
Now, where are you from? Are you from?
Are you
I'm
from
California.
Vegas?
California?
Okay. I'm like, are you
Okay.
from Vegas?
And how long you been here in Vegas?
My wife and I moved out here in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, we were living in Central California. We lived in San Diego for a little bit. San Diego, I love it too, but
I know.
so
That
expensive.
money.
So yeah, we came out here in 2011. At that time, it was still kind of like the end of the recession. So housing was real cheap.
Yeah.
We moved out here within 6 months. We bought a house, and we've been here ever since. So yeah, we
That's
love it.
great.
Good.
Great.
Dope.
Well, what do you think about the Raiders coming here? That's off
Personally,
topic, but I just wanted to know.
Personally, that's not my team.
I'm a 49er fan.
Oh, my
Carolina
mom is a
Super Bowl.
total. We are so having a Super Bowl party because my mom and my cousin are 49. They went crazy. She had her jersey on Sunday. She was running back and forth from the rooms. I'm like, what is the problem? Because I don't do sports.
You didn't even know they were
I
going
was
to the
like,
Super
what?
Bowl.
I didn't even know. I was like, I didn't know your team was that good. That's what I told her. I was like, I didn't even know your team was that good this year. She goes like, we clapped in the Super Bowl. She's FaceTiming people.
Hey, I get it. I'm superstitious too, so like every time I wear a 49er jersey
Right.
or anything 49ers,
Right.
we lose.
Oh.
So I haven't worn anything since I last lost. So everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta wear your hat." I'm
No.
He's like, I'm not wearing
I'm
nothing
not
on
wearing
Super Bowl.
nothing.
Nothing.
So on Super Bowl, you're not
I'm
wearing.
not wearing nothing. Last week, everyone was surprised. Like, "Oh, you're not even wearing a hat." Nope.
Nope.
No. You see what happened? We won.
So
in the Super Bowl,
I'm gonna send you a message.
I'm on your
I'm
702
gonna be like,
Forex.
hey,
I'm
your
wearing
team
my
look like you
702
winning out here.
That's funny.
That is.
All right, now back to trading. But good luck, 49ers. I do want to ask you a question after we get done about Colin Kaepernick, because I love Colin Kaepernick.
Oh Lord.
Our ex 49er. But anyway, classes. Did you ever take classes or courses, or just your friend taught you how to do it and then that was that?
It was all trial and error.
Okay.
If I'm in specific groups, different chat rooms, and people tend to give out free videos out there that you would normally pay for. So I've seen some of those videos. I never really took classes because, to me, the money that I would have invested in those courses, because some of them could be really expensive.
Yeah.
I wanted to invest in myself.
Got it.
I wanted to, trade with real money. So I saved that money and it's all through trial and error. I've been doing this for 6 years, but honestly, the first 3 years was hard.
Yeah.
I saw on your website you said it's like a roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster.
So
Yeah, it is.
and also another thing I wanted to ask you. You say you're a swing trader. So tell me what the difference is between a swing trader, a day trader, and then what, like the long-term trader?
Yeah, so swing traders, there's two versions of them. There's a long-term swing trader. They will get into a trade and hold that trade for weeks or months. So depending on the news, will determine how long they hold the trade. But me, I like to consider myself as a short-term swing trader. And anytime you hold a trade overnight, you're considered as a swing trader. So I'll hold my trades for maybe like 3 days, 2 days. Since the Forex market has so much volume, price can change in an instant. So mentally, you see yourself in profits, and then like 10 hours later, you're like in the negative side. So that really messes you up emotionally and mentally. So in time, I realized, you know what? Let me be a swing trader, but I can't hold it that
For too long,
because
right.
it's in a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
You know, you're up a certain amount, then next you're down twice as much as you were up.
Yeah.
So in your
it's
head,
like,
you're oh man, if I would have closed earlier, I could have. So it's a lot of emotions involved.
I would have to like really work on that because I'm one of those people like that overthink it. Like, oh, I should have just let it go.
Yeah.
Like that would bother me.
Yeah.
That's good.
And there's day traders where they enter a trade and they get out the same day.
Okay.
And there's scalpers where they're in and out. They get in within like 2-3 minutes, they're out. So they're scalping.
Oh, wow.
Right. So they make more trades, but the profits is less and it just kind of builds up.
Okay.
But depending on your personality and your patience is what I always tell traders, that should be the type of trader you are. If you can wait and be patient, then you hold on to your trades.
Right.
If you don't want to hold on to your trade, you just want to get out the same day.
Sorry, you saying you're impatient.
I have patience to a certain extent.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hold my trades, for 2-3 days. Sometimes I'll hold it over the weekend. But my patience doesn't.
They're not that long.
Yeah.
So how do you minimize your risk for loss? What do you have any mechanisms that you have in place that you use to, so that your losses are not so much?
I'm big when it comes to trading. To me, the biggest thing is the mental side, the psychological side of trading. So my number one rule with risk management is never get into a trade. Never risk the amount of money if you're not willing to lose it.
Okay.
A lot of people, including myself, when I first started off, we kind of use it as a get-rich scheme. So people try to risk too much of their capital.
Got it.
After like 5 trades, they blow their account. You know what I mean? So you have to go into a trade knowing, okay, if I lose this trade, I'm going to lose this much. Am I okay with that? Is my account going to survive? Like each trade should not make you or break you.
Okay.
It's called compound growth. So the key is you got to win more than you lose, right? But you're gonna lose. You have to.
You're gonna lose.
There's too many traders out there that try to look for the holy grail and they can't handle losses. But being in this for 6 years, you're gonna lose. Right? So you have to minimize your losses and know that when you get into a trade, if you lose this amount, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Right? Is it gonna make you or break? If it breaks you, then you're risking too much.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's a mental thing. It really is.
Yeah, because I would be like crazy.
Yeah. And when it comes to money, there's always emotions involved. So that's why it's hard in a lot of trades.
Right.
You gotta figure out where you at with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So here's a question I'm sure a lot of people want to know. What's the most money you've made in a day? And then what's the most money you've lost in a day?
Are you willing to say?
Most in one day, like
in one trade, I guess.
In one trade, it was close to 1,000.
That's great.
And I was actually like I looked at my screen and I looked away and I was chatting with someone and I looked up again on my screen.
Sell.
And it just went up and I was like, oh, so I got out and I was happy with my profit.
Good.
So, but I can also say the same.
You lost.
So that's why there's a lot of emotions involved. So I don't want to say the exact number, but it was kind of close, almost 1,000 for both ways.
Yeah.
So, I know.
That gotta just hurt your feelings, right?
But like he said, you gotta be willing. You gotta know what you're playing with. So.
Yeah. So with all of that, the whole roller coaster thing and the whole 9, what do you do to relieve stress? Like, what do you do to like clear your head and not?
And then come back to it. Like, do you go away and come back?
My biggest thing, and I advise a lot of new traders, is you gotta get away from the charts. You can't watch. It's called your P&L. Like it shows you how much you're up or how much you're down. Because if you see how much you're up or you see how much you're down, you tend to get out of the trade too early. So I have a plan. There's a phrase that we like to call it, plan the trade, trade the plan. So I see a certain pattern I like and I get into that trade and I have a plan. If price reaches a certain area, I have a thing there called stop losses.
Got it.
So if price gets there, it automatically closes my trade.
Okay, like so the computer just
yeah.
shuts
So you like,
it.
okay.
So if I get
Perfect.
a certain price and it goes the other way and it gets to a certain area, then it'll automatically close it. So
Oh,
I
got
know
it.
how much I'm risking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And vice
That's
versa.
smart.
Vice versa, it's called a TP, a take profit. So if I'm not watching the charts and it does go my way and it reaches this area, then it closes my trade with profits.
Okay.
So I get into the trade, I close my charts, and I go about and do my family thing. And
Got it.
and every once in a while, I'll get on my phone, I'll see it,
Check it.
Yeah,
I'll check it out, but I've learned I can't do it every 5 minutes. Like when I first started off,
You was crazy, huh? You probably, what your wife say? Hey, put that down.
like, who's texting you? Nobody. No one's texting me.
Watching
Look,
my
I'm
money.
trying to, look, we gotta get this.
Like, baby, I'm trying to
You
take us on
trying to-
vacation, baby.
I'm trying to make us rich right here.
Now, I have to do this for a certain amount, for a certain amount of years. You kind of just, I go to work, I go play basketball, and every once in a while I'll check.
Okay,
So
that's cool.
I plan the trade the plan.
Okay, all right. So what's a typical day for you? Let's say on the weekends, because I know during the week you have your other job and things like that. So let's say Sunday. No, you said Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
What's a typical Sunday for you?
Sunday, the market opens at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I don't look at it until about like 10 o'clock p.m.
Really?
Yeah, because around it's 2 to 10, there's not a lot of volume. It kind of just stays in one place. So
Got it.
you're gonna go crazy if you try to get into a trade around that time.
Okay.
It's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
So I actually wait until about 10 p.m.
Wow.
to see if there's a setup.
I'll be asleep.
I knew I'd be knocked out.
No, that's why I know I love it.
Yeah.
It's I lose sleep. I haven't slept since 2014.
You sound like
Look,
me.
I'm like, who you wasn't sleeping 10?
I have a 26-year-old, and I always say I haven't slept in 26 years. It's true. So, but I get it.
I blame my son too. That's when he was born. So
Yeah.
it's on him and in trading. But,
Right.
yeah, I'll stay up. I'll look for setups, and if I don't see anything, I'll get up again at 5:30. I like to get up around 5:30, see if there's any setups there. If there isn't, I'll go back to sleep. I don't go to work till 10:30.
Okay.
So, but I still have to. I have kids. So I
Yeah,
have to
so
get
you
them
gotta
up.
like.
So I get up at 5:30, see if there's any setups there. I'm an IT at work, so we have our own private area. So I get to open my personal laptop. And
Okay.
So later on in the afternoon, I'll look for more setups in the afternoon. But usually, my main time for looking at the charts is in the morning around 5:30, in the afternoon around like 4 o'clock, then I'll do it again around 10. Other than that, I try just to live life.
Good.
So, I mean, I love training, but I know it can't be my whole life.
Yeah.
It's God first, my family. and
Amen.
Yeah.
The rest.
Yeah.
There you
It'll
go.
fall into
Yeah.
place.
Now, do you teach people how to do this? How does that work? If somebody says, hey, JP, show me what you do. Do you have a plan for that?
I offer one-to-one mentorship.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
But I don't like live off the one-to-one mentorship.
Gotcha.
I just like to help.
Yeah.
And helping others also helps me out as well. So people will contact me, through my website or through Instagram, and pretty much what I offer is, I know I might not be the type of mentor that other people want, so I do a video call first, because I have people from across the world, like people from India, Africa.
That's great.
From
All
London.
kinds, everywhere.
So I have to find out the time difference, and
Yeah,
I'll do a free video call with them on Instagram, just kind of introduce myself, and if it's a good fit, if they feel like I'm a good fit for their trading career, and if I feel like, okay, you're serious enough, because I'm not gonna take anybody, because I have a family.
Yeah,
They're
you can't be playing.
Yeah, they're taking my time away from my family. So if I feel like, okay, this person is serious, then I'll offer my mentorship, and if they want it, cool. If they don't, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, some people, I don't hear back from them. Some people I'll hear back from a couple months later, because they've tried other people, and they come back to me, and I tell them right away, like, look, if you're looking to get rich quick, I'm not your guy.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not me.
Right.
Look.
That's not me. Like, I want to be a resource. I don't want to be your main resource, but I just want to mentor you and kind of give you my advice and tell you the things that I went through. That's my type of mentor.
Yeah.
Because people have asked me, oh, do you have a course? Do you have this? I was like, no, I'm like just a teacher. I'll get my course
Got
is my
it.
experience
Yeah.
with it, and I'll tell you
That's the best
everything
course.
about it. Yeah, so yeah, some people stick with me, some people don't, but either way, I mean, I tell them, you know what, if you don't want to pay for my mentorship, that's fine. Just contact me and ask me a question every once in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'll answer it.
Yeah.
But some people want that question answered right away. You know, they want to be a priority.
Right.
And that's when I'll tell them, well, then you'll have to.
The priorities
Yeah.
are for my mentee.
Yeah. But if you
Yeah.
you know if you just want to talk, you know, shoot me a question anytime. But don't expect me to answer.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be like
Right
right,
away.
here, like
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
let me hurry up.
Yeah.
That is so good. I know you touched on the mental side, but that I do think that is very important. On your website, you say trading is mental, and I think that's just so you don't get caught in your feelings. I guess when you
Yeah.
lose and when you okay. So do you meditate? Do you do anything like that, like to get your mind, like quiet your mind?
Honestly, and you guys talk about it all the time, I try to keep positive people around me.
That's the best.
And yeah, every once in a while, you just sometimes a long drive home is good for you.
Yeah, do you cut your music off? Sometimes
Yeah.
I cut my music
I-
off and I have
Really?
to ride because it's like, let it go.
Yeah, you talk to yourself.
Yeah,
You know,
People
sometimes
think
I'll
you
talk to
crazy,
myself,
but it's
yeah.
okay to talk to yourself. For real. I think that's
It
a
is.
good thing.
It is a good thing. But to me, being around positive energy, positive people is a big thing.
Yeah.
I actually have a video in my Instagram, an IGTV video, how
Okay.
I explain how, you know, you can't always get rid of all the negative people because
Yeah.
sometimes they have to be in your life.
Part of your
Sometimes they're
family.
in your
They could be
family.
Yeah.
family, coworkers.
Sometimes they're in your family.
Yeah, exactly. But you can distance yourself from
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
You know, limit the time you have with them
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I try to just be around positive energy, positive people.
Yeah.
And that keeps my hopes up.
Good.
Yeah, I understand.
And I watch y'all, so.
Thank you. Thank you. So where do you see yourself in a year? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, my goal is to have this as my mainstream income.
Okay.
And start pursuing my other goals, you know, as
Okay.
far as like investing in startup companies and, you know, the whole motivation speaker. That if it comes,
I love that.
No,
would-
it's gonna come.
I hope so. I mean, if
You put it out there,
Yeah.
it's gonna come.
if God has that for
Yes.
me there, then
It's gonna come.
I'm gonna open it. You know, I'm willing
You
to
with
do
it?
Yeah.
Open
Yeah.
arms. Like,
Open
yes,
arms.
I'm ready.
But you know, as far as financial wise, I want to have this as my mainstream income
Good.
and really invest in startup companies.
Oh, that's dope.
So,
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So what kind of startup companies? Just
I don't know. I mean, like, since I'm IT, you know, I'll
Okay.
be into the technology
Technology,
side,
yeah.
and I think that's where the future is headed. Anyways,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
automation and technology is always going to be around.
Mm-hmm.
As far technology and medical, I think
Those will
are the two
never.
things-
Those are the
Yeah.
those are the other two things that's always
Always
going to
gonna
be
be,
needed. So I'll probably be looking into that type of industry.
yeah. Good,
Cool.
good.
That's dope.
I don't know. Do you have any other questions for him?
No, he answered everything.
No. The last question I have is like, what's the hardest thing about what you do, and what's the best thing about what you do?
The best thing is knowing I found what I love to do.
Good.
You know, you grow up between 18 and your mid 20s, and you're always like, what do I want to do? I went to college for this, but you know, but to actually know what I want to do for the rest of my life, I think to me,
Yeah.
To love it,
yeah,
huh?
that's fulfilling. Because now you
Good.
can set goals.
Yeah.
You know, you have something to look forward to instead of searching. Now you focus more on little goals to achieve that big goal.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing. As far as like the worst thing is not getting sleep. You know, and losing money. I mean,
Yeah.
anytime you lose money,
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Not a good feeling.
But you know, you do this long enough, you learn different ways to cope with it. You know,
Yeah.
like risk management. So,
Yes.
So, yeah, but knowing what I want to do for the rest of my life, I mean that's
That's
fulfilling enough.
good.
You know what? I'm so glad that you said that, because honestly, that's literally how I feel. I mean, I have my job. I'm not quitting my job. I love my job at all whatsoever. But I love when I'm learning what I'm learning. It's just like, it's a different world. And it's like something opens up in my brain to where it's like, okay, this right here is home. Like, I'm comfortable here.
Yeah.
I used to want to be a CPA when I was a little girl, and things happen, and I'm not. But this brought back that same spark for me, and I was like, okay, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm doing. So
when you find it, it's
I'm
like
excited.
it really does.
Yes.
It makes you get all jittery when you get those.
But did you know, like, was it just one day you're like, oh man, I love doing this, what? Like
I'm
me,
still in simulators.
Okay.
Okay, I'm playing with fake money right now. I would be devastated, mentally devastated, if I lost my real money like this. I'm still in the simulator. This is brand new for me. I just took the course in October.
Okay.
And so, I'm slowly, but I'm getting in there, and I'm getting it.
And that's the route you're supposed to take.
Yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to. A lot of people just jump onto trading their real money right away.
No.
They have no idea.
My money's
what
very
they do.
precious to me.
I need to learn how to do this first.
I'm a perfectionist too, so like I need to know that I know what I'm doing before I jump into it and say, okay, I'm a
just
trader.
gonna try it out.
I wouldn't even call myself a trader right now.
Yeah.
I'm a trader in training.
And that's perfectly fine. I mean, a lot of these new traders, they're like, I ask, how long you been training? Oh, 2 months, and I want to go into. And I'm like, well, you know what?
Yeah,
Like,
let's think about it.
You gotta prove, not to me, not to your family. You gotta prove to yourself first so you can be consistent.
Yeah.
You gotta have a system that fits you, mentally, emotionally, and you gotta prove to yourself with the fake money that you can do this.
You can do it.
This is you're risking your hard-working money. Within like 3 months, they're like, "Oh, I blew my account." I'm saving up to make another account.
See, I don't got patience to be doing that. I would go
gonna
crazy.
be me.
I would be like, "Where's my money?"
And I work in TradeStation. I don't know what.
Okay, that's your platform.
My platform.
Yeah,
what
gotcha.
platform do you work with?
I work with, it's called the MT4, but
Okay.
my broker is Ally Investment. The bank.
Gotcha.
It's a U.S. broker.
Okay.
With Forex, there's a lot of overseas brokers, and it's just a kind of a hassle trying to open up an account with them. So I was fortunate enough to find a U.S.-based broker.
That
They have
does
different rules.
Yeah.
You can't do certain things. Overseas,
It can do, it's like
anything goes. It's a free for all.
Yeah, but with my broker, it's they're awesome, and it doesn't affect my type of trading.
Good.
So, but yeah, I use MT4.
Good. All right. Well, you guys, if you guys want to know more about this trading, day trading, swing trading, long-term trading, need a mentor, reach out to JP. JP, where can people find you?
You can find me on my Instagram. It's just 702_Forex, and I have a website, 702forex.com. And just shoot me an email or at 702forex@gmail.com. Or just shoot me a DM directly on my Instagram, and I'll reply back, I promise.
That's awesome. And I'll make sure I display his information on the screen there. And before we let you go, because you shared a piece of yourself with us, and we really appreciate it. We're sharing a piece of us with you.
Thank you so much.
Put that on your keychain. Take us around. So wherever you go, we're all connected in some sort of way.
Yeah.
The SHE in Pieces of SHE stands for Shared Human Experience. We are all connected. Never forget, we are all in this human thing together.
Yes.
All right, family. Until next time.
No, this is the end of our season. Bye.
All right.